All right, tubers, Madame Roy back once again. Go ahead and lower this a little bit. Hope you guys are seeing this. I'm actually trying this for the first time on my Dell XPS 8700. Basically, since they had you do away with things like OBS Studios, basically the streaming services, you don't actually need it anymore. You can actually do everything through YouTube now. What is it, OBS Studio? I can never remember. I tell you, my mind is just gone. Yeah, OBS Studio. You don't need any of that anymore. You can actually just do it as is. So I figure we do a little live stream tonight. I hope I'm coming through clear. Go ahead and let me know how my sound quality is, because doing it this way, I can't really hear that well. Let's see something here. Phone. Yeah, microphone looks like it's enabled. I am doing very well. Somebody please let me know if my audio is coming through clear or not. We'll give it a minute. We got 6 watchers. Awesome. For those of you that don't know, I am actually doing this in my room. And I'm using the new Logitech webcam C. I think this is a 920. It's one I got at the thrift store recently. Yeah, this is the Logitech C920. Your audio is great. Thank you very much, Victor De La Fuente. Yeah, this is a great camera too, by the way. This retails for about $70 new, and I got this for a few bucks at my local thrift store, and man, I could see how it's already clearer than my Logitech Webcam Pro 9000 was. Stephen Barber, what's good, Matt? Everything's good right now. Doing very well. And for those of you that haven't seen my vlogs recently, I was having some issues. I did have to go to the dentist the other day. One was a little filling I had to have done over here, and I just had to have my teeth cleaned. And I am the kind of person that absolutely does not like going to the dentist. I cringe every time I think about it. But I'm glad I went because there were no other issues, and thank God I don't have to go back for another 6 months. Chris Garrett goes, I've got issues with my desktop. I'm sorry to hear that. If you want to message me a little bit later, I'll try to help you if I can. You can probably see my stash over there. Those are the computers that I have recently finished that need to find good homes shortly, hopefully. But I've been really busy doing that lately. And I just wanted to try this because, I always do it in my car, and, I'm limited to the things I have in my car here. If you see something or you want to know about something, I could most likely go grab it and show it to you guys. How's the Beast? This is Stephen Barber, aka HP Printer. I guess you mean that one over there, my big HP LaserJet over there. That's the one you mean. It's doing well. I'm probably gonna have to get a new toner cartridge for it. I got that at a garage sale about 5 or 6 years ago, and believe it or not, I'm still running off the original toner cartridge in that. It still is about 17%. When I got it, was at 19, so it just shows you how little I actually print. But that's a great printer. That is a LaserJet P10 4015N. The N stands for networking. Believe it or not, that actually can duplex too. I think that was added though because the ones that could duplex were usually the 4015DNs, where that's just the N. Chris Garrett, I ordered another SSD, so I cloned the SSD to the old 1 terabyte. Now there's an issue in Device Manager under Audio and Process. I am actually shocked you were able to clone it. I have never had a successful clone from either a conventional hard drive to an SSD or an SSD to an SSD. If you're having issues with the audio driver, first thing I would do is uninstall it in Device Manager and then restart Windows. That might fix the problem. If not, then just go to the driver website. Still uninstall it, but if that doesn't fix it, then go to the driver website and download it and try to reinstall the driver that way. Cloned using a Cronus True Image. Yeah, I've tried it too, and I've never had any luck cloning. Not SSDs. Conventional hard drives clone almost every time, but SSDs never seem to work well for me. It may be because of my drive toaster. I'm using one of those cheap Initech drive toasters, and it does an all right job. I really need to spend some money this summer and get a much better drive toaster. You did uninstall. Okay. Then yeah, go to the whatever driver it is. I'm sure it's probably a Realtek, something like that. Go to their website, download the latest version, and try to reinstall it that way. That would be my next recommendation. Team Barber, I remember when you got that beast. I have a Brother printer I'm still on, the factory drum. Wow, love it. My main printer is a Lexmark Pro 901 in my room. I was never a big fan of the Lexmark printers. They do okay. When I worked at Best Buy years ago, we had Lexmark laser jets, and they were always jamming. For whatever reason, the rollers were always getting gummy. I think that they were just manufactured improperly. They used like poor quality rubber. The rollers would get gummy and the paper would stick. I remember trying to get a customer's paperwork printed and having to literally just try to pull the jam piece of paper out of that thing. Used to drive me crazy. But you know what? Everybody has their own experiences with different printers. Wow. Getting a lot of questions here. Let's see. Mr. Jimmy, shocked you don't have 10K subs. Well, I'm working on it. Hopefully that'll come in the near future. Chris Garrett, I'm putting the SSD in, or I ordered in my laptop, and the one I ordered putting it in the desktop. Okay. Yeah, I thought about doing that with my laptop too, but I only ever use my laptop maybe 2 or 3 times a year, so it's just not really worth it to me. But if that's a system you use frequently or that's your main system, oh yeah, I would definitely put an SSD in that. I think that's a little bit better. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out the lighting situation here. Yeah, we'll keep it like that for now. Epson Color 440, worst printer ever. I remember those generations. That's when they actually had the print heads built into the printer and not actually in the cartridge. Yeah, I agree. The main problem with those are where the print heads would actually get gummed up with ink, and you couldn't, for the life of you, couldn't fix it. I tried. I had a 640, which is from the same generation. I used to take a Q-tip with pure alcohol, and I would dip the Q-tip in there, and I would go in there and try to clear out the print head and the jets going to it. Never, half the time wouldn't work. I would say 60% of the time it wouldn't work, and that printer would just have to be thrown away. And I had a bunch of these because of the time my mother's job where she was working, they were upgrading, and they would give me the old printers. They gave me Stylus Color 440s, 640s, and 900s, and I loved the 900s, but unfortunately, they tend to suffer from the same problem as well. Chris Gary, you should see the elevators in a cruise ship. I would love to go on a cruise ship, not just for the elevators, but I'd love to go on a cruise ship for a vacation. I think that's something I'm going to consider doing in the near future. I had an opportunity to do it when I was in high school, but I declined because at the time I was still dealing with some really bad anxiety issues, and I really didn't want to put myself out there. But yeah, I'd love to go on a cruise. I think that would be awesome. We're going to try it this way. That light is just driving my eyes crazy. Hopefully you guys can still see me well. Maybe go like that. Let's see. Andrea Mallory. Hey, Matt, are you still talking to the girl you went to IOP with? If so, how's it going? Yes, we are still talking. I was actually supposed to go out with her today, but we both got busy and, things happened. But hopefully I'll get to see her sometime next week. Sorry about that. I just had to report somebody for doing something on here that they shouldn't. Most of you guys are great out there, but unfortunately, I still get a lot of trolls on my channel. It's what you deal with when you're on YouTube, right? Whoa, what in the world? I don't know if you guys can see me here. My system actually just crashed. Oh, there we go. Hopefully, I'm still with you guys. I don't know what happened. My Logitech endpoint webcam service just crashed, but I think I'm still with you. Let me know if I'm still with you guys, please. Yeah, for whatever reason, it just crashed. So give it just a minute. Hopefully, it'll come back on in a second. We'll give it just a minute. Ruben Aparco, are you using the Dell XPS 8700 for this? Yes, I am. I am still using the 8700, and this is the first time I've actually done this type of live stream, not with my cell phone. All right. I'm actually not running OBS Studio anymore. This is all done through YouTube. Have you watched Family Guy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love watching Family Guy. It's one of my little guilty pleasures, I should say. We may need to restart this because everybody's saying that it's pretty choppy. Has it gotten any better? Can you guys hear me a little bit better now? All right, we'll give it just a couple more minutes, see if it increases. Do I like Home Improvement is the best? I liked Home Improvement. I do still like Night Court. I love Night Court, and I thought it was a shame that Harry Anderson actually passed away of natural causes at 65. So to show you, it can happen any time. So you really got to enjoy the days that you were given on this earth. Can you hear me? All right, yeah, I'm just gonna have to restart the live stream. I don't know what happens here, so I'll catch you guys in a minute.